What was my side business and why am I giving it up? Welcome back if you're already a subscriber, and welcome also if you are a newcomer. Dan and I are living on about 8 acres in Iowa, and we're trying to become more self-sufficient and get our homestead all together before retirement. Something that happened recently, I've decided to go to a carnivore diet, which is mainly all meat, fats and meats. Dan is more of like a ketovore, so he's like meats with a few fruits and a few veggies thrown in every now and then. And that's really changed our outlook on how we're doing our homestead. We're going to be talking more about how to pressure can meat, what kind of animals we might be considering raising now that we have a different plan. Hey, leave me a comment. It really does help out our channel on YouTube. I have a side business that I need to stop doing now that I know what I know about carbohydrates and sugar. I can no longer do my side business with any kind of integrity. So my side business was I made specialty jam. You know, it was going really well too. Like I was making some money. Specialty jam, and then this last February I added freeze-dried candy because we do have a freeze dryer, and I'll tell you that really took off, and I've sold a lot of freeze-dried candy. That is where my focus has been. All my extra time has gone to that in the last several months, ever since last fall. But when you talk about cutting sugar out of your diet, probably not in my best interest to continue making specialty jam and freeze-dried candy. But you know what? That's okay, because my personal health is more important than making a few bucks on the side. And I did a lot of, well, not a lot, but I did a few vendor shows and made quite a bit of money. I have in fact made at least enough money to pay off our freeze dryer. So that's helpful. Now I can focus on the freeze drying end. I'll be focusing more on freeze drying eggs and that sort of thing that we'll be able to use on our diet. So I'm in the process of coming up with sale prices to liquidate what I've got left of my freeze dried candy and my jam. I am kind of sad to see the business part of that go because we had some bigger plans for that, but I don't feel right about doing it now. And there's no way I can taste test my product if I am on a no sugar diet. So if you're just popping in, the carnivore diet is basically a high fat, medium kind of protein diet. You can have some other things too, like for instance, right now, because I am just starting out, I'm continuing to have some hard cheese sometimes. And then I have very, very limited heavy cream in my coffee sometimes in the morning and while I'm at work. But let's take a look at what do I eat on the carnivore diet. Let's take a look at what I ate yesterday. So for lunch, I took leftovers to work. So I had some Cajun chicken with butter on the top because it's chicken breast, so it's kind of dry and I needed a little more fat in there. And then I had some leftover pork belly bites. And if you didn't see the last video, I shared how I spiced those up. So that's what I have for lunch. I skip breakfast. I don't have breakfast other than a cup of coffee with some butter in it. Then last night I decided that I really wanted some steak. So I grabbed a couple of ranch steaks out of the freezer and basically I just pan fried them. I used the Hardcore Carnivore Black spice. And again, if you didn't see the last video, that's just a spice that has activated charcoal in it that makes a steak taste like it was done on like a charcoal grill a little bit more. And then I was feeling a little cheesy as well, so I grabbed a couple of slices of a hard cheddar cheese and I fried the cheese till it was a little brown and crispy on both sides. So that is what I had for dinner, and that is all I ate. And I want to tell you, I've started working on a little project because fatty red meat, in order to eat that, you know, it's not the least expensive meat in the grocery store. So I'm working on a project right now where I am analyzing Fairway is our local grocery store. I'm analyzing their previous ads to come up with what is the meat sales cycle, where is the rock bottom price hitting, because grocery stores have a sales cycle. So every so often this goes on sale, every so often that goes on sale, but there is usually at some point where it is like the rock bottom price. And I want to find out where that is. And I want to share all that information with you too, so that you can do the carnivore diet on a budget as well. And then in future videos, I also plan to talk about the lesser cuts of meat or different cuts of meat where beef is concerned, and how you can cook that so that it's a little more tender and a little more palpable to eat. So I'm excited about that because I'll be doing a couple of cooking videos, but now it's just going to involve meat and how to cook certain cuts of meat properly. So this was just a quick little video midweek just to kind of show you what I've been eating and to tell you about my side business. And then the next video, in a few days, I have weigh-in day. And so the next video will be out about my weight loss and my wins. And I'm not quite sure on the other topic that we'll talk about a little bit. I'm also going to talk about anything negative that I found is happening since I started this diet in the next video. So thank you for being here. I hope you guys are having a great day. Until next time.